Hello and welcome to Trading Central May Technical Outlook. I'm Remy Gossens, Head of Technical Analysis, and with our analyst team, over the next 15 minutes, we are going to review a one-month technical scenario on key assets. Connected with us, we have Gary Christie from North America Research team based in Ottawa, Canada. Hello, Gary. We also have Nicolas Suiffet, Head of European Research based in Paris, France. Hello, Nicolas.
Hello, everyone.
And also based in Paris, we have Jean-Christophe Roland, who will cover the currencies. Hello, Jean-Christophe. With them, we will detail our one-month scenario on key assets, such as what's happening on crude oil, which is currently trading at its highest level since 2014. We will also review the technical configuration of euro against US dollar, collapsing to its lowest level since early 2018. And we will have a deep review of the situation on the FTSE MIB, the Italian index, which is currently drawing a consolidation that could extend further. Now let's start with the North American review with the S&P 500 with Gary Christie.
Thank you, Remy. I'll just switch over to my screen right now for everyone to see. All right, so looking at the S&P 500, we've been remaining supported by a rising trend line since 2016. You can see trend line well intact here, going back quite a while. Just looking more recent, we've seen actually some price action breaking above a falling wedge on a short-term basis. So we do anticipate, further upside here towards 28.72 to test those highs that we had, looking back in March. So for now, we're remaining above that 20-week moving average. This is quite important. If you can remain above that 20-week, we should see further upside, pushing here 28.72 highs and then onward in a resumption of the overall uptrend. We can see with the blue line, that is our 50-week moving average. It's been acting as support. We've bounced off it here in April 6th, and we've just continued higher. We've posted some mixed hammers in here, and we've had a nice bullish breakout of this wedge pattern. And the RSI is remaining above 50, which is telling us the uptrend's still intact, nothing to worry about here long term. But it gets to a little bit of a different picture when you go to a daily chart. Let me share that with you guys right now. So on daily chart, you can see a nice symmetrical triangle breakout from those highs that we posted in January, and that 200-day moving average here in green is acting as support. Long term, we tested it multiple times, and we still haven't yet to break it down and close below it for some period. We had a nice hammer that posted here on May 3rd. That's pushed prices higher above the 50-day moving average, and now we are challenging key resistance around 27.45. That is a gap area, March 15th, that we have yet to confirm filled with the close above it. So we'd like to see that break about 27.45 before we get extremely bullish here on short-term US indices. But for now, we've pulled back. We're going to probably most likely consolidate and be range bound for maybe a week or so before we continue towards, 27.95 would be our ultimate target. Test those March highs, and then just like the weekly chart, we're looking for 28.72 ultimately here in the short term. Some things to look at here. RSI is trying to challenge that 60 area. We'd like to see a push above 60 in the relative strength index, just to confirm that uptrend, as we did test 60 back in March, and that made our highs. We're above it now, so this is a little bit of a momentum indicator. We're hoping that we get some follow through with this today. Markets a little neutral, little pullback this morning happening in today's indices, but overall, everything looks pretty good here. We've seen some good strength in the overall US markets, and let's just look for that 27.95 on the upside. That's it for now from the US side. We'll pass it over to Nicolas, Head of European Research, for an update in Europe. Nicolas.
Thank you, Gary, for your input. Let me share my screen. right. So in Europe, we think Italy must focus our attention amid concern about political turmoil. So let's have a look at the technical picture on the FTSE MIB index, so the Italian index. So let's start with the monthly chart of the FTSE MIB index. Why? Because we can see on a monthly chart that prices are currently challenging the upper end of long-term trading range. As you can see here, a top hit in 2009 around the 25,000 threshold. So you can see here the dotted line, and yeah, the price index is currently challenging this key resistance threshold, the upper end of this long-term consolidation channel or trading range. So that's clearly calls for caution on a short-term basis, because this threshold could be a strong resistance, could be difficult to pass through this resistance threshold on a short-term basis. So the medium-term basis, we can notice that prices are currently challenging the upper end of the long-term trading range. At the same time, we can also notice on the monthly RSI that the RSI is currently facing up challenging resistance around former top around 66%. Let's switch to the daily chart to see what's going on a short-term basis. On a short-term basis, we can notice that prices have escaped from broadening top pattern, as you can see here, and at the same time, as I just mentioned, prices struck against the key resistance threshold from 2009 around the 24,544 mark. So this is here, as you can see here, the blue line. At the same time, we can also notice that the daily RSI here has validated a bearish divergence. We can see here the bearish divergence and the validation below the 50%, and the RSI is now trading below the 9 period moving average, as you can see here in red. And yesterday, the downside breakout of the 20-day moving average, just here, currently around 24.06, has triggered a bearish acceleration, and prices are now challenging the lower end of the Bollinger Bands, as you can see here. So according to us, the most likely scenario is a continuation of the down move on the Italian index, following Fibonacci projection level. So we can expect a continuation of the down move towards the 161.8 Fibonacci projection level, which is set around 23,283 mark. So this is the red line just here, and it corresponds also to the 50-day moving average here in blue. So that's the most likely scenario, according to us, in Europe for the Italian index, bearish below 24,544 mark here in blue, with targets towards 23,283 here in red. That's it for the Italian index. Let's switch now to the Forex market with Jean-Christophe.
Okay, thank you, Nicolas. So let's have a look at the Forex market. Forex market, which are currently driven by the bullish dollar, as we will see regarding the following underlying. First of all, let's have a look at the euro dollar. Our view is bearish on the euro dollar following the bearish breakout of triangle in the end of April. The trend is bearish on the euro dollar, and we believe in a continuation of the bearish trend with targets set at 117, which is the horizontal support and overlap zone, and the extension to 115.50, which corresponds to the November low. Our pivot point on the euro dollar is set at 121.50, which corresponds to the former March low and the bottom of the triangle pattern. So that's it for the euro dollar. Let's talk about now the pound against the US dollar. Our view is also bearish on that pair. the trend is bearish on that one, and we believe in the continuation of the bearish trend, with targets set at 1.33, which correspond to a horizontal support and an overlap zone, and in extension to 1.3020, also an horizontal support corresponding to the former October low. The pivot point on the pound against the US dollar is set at 1.38, which corresponds to resistance that contained the core during a small pullback at the end of April. Regarding the US dollar against the Japanese yen, so on that one, our view is bullish. Still regarding the bullish US dollar, so we believe in a continuation of a bullish trend on that pair, with targets set at 111.45, which corresponds to horizontal resistance, and 113.30, another horizontal resistance on the USD JPY. Our pivot point is set at 107.25, which corresponds to horizontal support and the former, as we can see here, the former low from last September in 2017. So that's it for the three major pairs that we can focus on. So the view is still focused on bullish dollar on the Forex market. So now let's have a look on the commodities with Remy.
Okay, let's start with the current situation on crude oil. Well, we have seen some very interesting development recently, since the upside breakout of the $70 mark is definitely a strong bullish signal, because it was 50% retracement of the decline from 2011 to 2016. So it's definitely a strong bullish signal to record such an upside breakout, especially on a weekly basis. So now the next target for the coming weeks is definitely around the 80 area. If we want to have a look at the daily chart, we can see that we also had the validation of an ascending triangle, which is definitely a continuation pattern, and the current daily RSI is not in the overbought area, so there is definitely room for further advance, with next target on the upside standing at 73.5, 77.5, and the ultimate key resistance standing at 80, which is 61.8% retracement from the huge decline from 2011 to 2016. Now let's have a look at precious metals. We had a strong signal early this week with the downside breakout of the 1,305 strong support. It was a polarity area. It was a previous resistance from late 2017 that has been acting as support since early this year. And the downside breakout of this area is definitely a call for further weakness. However, if we have a look at long-term charts, the downside potential is likely to be limited, because if we have a look at a monthly chart, like you can see on my screen, we can only expect a pullback toward this former declining trend line that was in place since 2011 top, that has been broken up in 2017. So it's just a pullback movement. So the downside potential is likely to be limited to the $1,200 area. As a sum up, we expect further weakness below 1,220, with a limited decline toward 1,260, and maximum the low of December, which is standing at 1,236. And this area is definitely a key support to watch for the medium-term trend. So I would like to remind you our different views on the asset we have been mentioning during this this event. So we still expect further advance on the S&P 500 due to the validation of a triangle. However, there is a challenging resistance currently tested by the market, which is a gap area that could trigger a one-week consolidation ahead of further advance. Regarding the FTSE MIB, the fact that the index is challenging a 2009 top area is definitely a sign of weakness, and we expect a further decline below this strong resistance. Regarding Forex, we have a bullish view on US dollar. This means that we expect further weakness on euro against USD and pound, and we expect further advance on USD against Japanese yen. On the commodity side, we are looking for further advance on crude oil with a current bullish momentum heading toward the $80 mark area. However, on gold prices, we are looking for a consolidation toward the 1,236 strong medium-term support before a potential rebound. Thank you for watching this video and happy trading.